Welcome back to Railbound. I'm dear darling and enjoy the ride as we make connections and travel the world together. You didn't see the part where I awkwardly started this with Animal Crossing's intro rather than Railbound's intro. Okay, yes, this level. This level I have thought about a little bit off screen. It's a bit hard to think about, and I can't remember exact conclusions I come to, so they'll come back to me. Hold on, it was like a few days ago. Obviously this is a forced thing. And those are both forced things, and then it was, where did it go from here? I came up with a general concept of what to do, but I don't remember what the concept was entirely. What I do remember is I convinced myself when I was thinking about it is I think we do actually have to... Oh, I remember now. Okay, so the general concept I think all of the tracks basically have to share, like all of the train cars basically have to share a very, very similar track to each other, but there's going to be like some points where they have to like dodge each other or something like that, and you might be like, duh, obviously. No, what I mean by that is the thing is we don't have enough tracks, I think, to make a proper, like, filling this all in only leaves us with 3 tracks, and we need to actually theoretically delay them by like certain amount of times, and the fact that 4 starts free but 2 and 3 don't mean that we can't send any of them on like a roundabout journey. The only thing we can do is make them go backwards, like through the track or something like that, or delay them in some fashion. And I'm actually of a belief we don't even need to think about one. One is just going to get to the end probably. So yeah, that was the conclusion I came to, was that 1, I think 4, 3 and 2 are going to be showing an extremely similar looking track, and except for 4 is just going to go down it backwards, and 2 and 3 are somehow going to dodge its way through it. The other conclusion I came to was because we don't have a lot of tracks to work with, I think that track will, well, actually by definition I think about it, that makes even more sense. It has to feature all 3 of these, and it probably will feature this as well, let's be real. It will have to feature all 3 of these as well, because again, we don't have enough track to work with to send anything on a journey, which means I think each of these will have to hit all the buttons multiple times. Now the only way that works, because we know we have to hit each button at least once, at least once to release each one, fine, and then we need to hit it again so that these open up afterwards. But here's the important thing, I think if they're sharing the entire track, and this is a path I want to go down, testing wise this time, if they're showing the entire track and they all hit the buttons multiple times, we're going to have to hit the buttons 4 times in total. The thing that convinces me that this actually seems like a conceivable idea is it matches up with 4 going backwards through the track, hitting all the buttons, 2 and 3 come along, hit all the buttons once each, that's 3 times in total, then 4 will do some sort of turnaround, maybe that I have to imagine it's up here, or could it be up here? It could be over here, maybe that's what this is meant to lead to, and then 4 will come back down, hit all the buttons again. So basically we need to send 4 backwards up the track, and then it will take the same path as 2 and 3 down to hit all these buttons. That's the idea. Now, where do we go with that idea? Good question, don't know. But I feel like the most obvious thing to do is send 4 backwards through here, and then 2 needs to just like go here. I don't know what 3 is going to do, we'll figure that out in a second, but 4 I guess should turn around like this. Now here's a question, how we need to get 3 out of the way, so maybe we can do something like this for 3. Second, what, that's not even going to work. So of course herein lies a problem again, we only have 2 tracks to work with. I'm not sure necessarily if this makes the most sense. The alternatives we have for hit this and then it comes back up, but then I have to go backwards out again. Okay, I think, okay, come on, let's not give up too quickly on concepts. You literally spend all that time talking through your logic and your idea. Let's make it work. So 3 has to turn off. I guess it can't turn off like that, so maybe 3... So, oh, maybe the turnaround goes here? Okay. We've got something cooking. We've got something cooking. Because they've not hit each other. Wait. I think I've got it. I think I'm a genius. That was actually kind of by pure luck. But I mean, I don't even know what I've done here. But this arrangement works. I mean, I did it by having a turnaround over here. And with it basically under the concept that I want 3 to dodge 2, and this is the only way it works. And 2 just has a direct track over here, and 2 was colliding into 4, so I was like, let's just get 4 to turn off early. And then just by kind of pure happen chance, it ends up working out. So why does it work out? Because 3 takes this route, 4 takes the same route over there, and 2 just goes downwards. Okay. That one, by far more than I think any other level in this game, really was worth sitting down. One, it's not like I was sitting down, it was actually when I was like lying in bed I was thinking about it, which I don't know what that says reflection on me as a person, but that one was by far and away worth it to think about and actually come to a conclusion to. Because this one was much more of a conceptual level actually rather than a mechanical level. Once I figured out the concept, which I think I said in the last episode, I was like, once I figure out the concept of what I had to do, I think it will actually be quite a simple level, because there's not like enough space to do stuff with. So really it felt like the concept was exactly what gave me the answer, like sort of on a silver platter. I was like, this is what the food should look like, and then it was like, here you go, here's the food, and I was like, oh, fantastic. I don't even remember this level, I'm going to be perfectly honest, but it looks very straightforward. Okay, that seems like a very straightforward level. What is different about this iteration of it? Okay, interesting. We still with 2 semaphores. So why doesn't this work? Again, I mean, this is just us trying the exact same solution we tried before. And we got to figure out why this doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't work by 1. That's sneaky. That's sneaky. We can't really make 2 go faster, I don't think. Interesting, actually. I kind of want to turn you around, if possible. It doesn't look like it's possible, but... No, I don't think it's possible. Okay, conceptually, what do we have to do? The different... Is it really... This is the only difference? We also have another track here. So it moved forward by 1, and we have another track here. And we also have fences here and here. So I think theoretically whatever solution I figure out on that level, I can actually do on the previous level as well. Which is an interesting concept. I wonder if this is a bait. We're not meant to do this. Instead, 1... That can't be possible, surely. Because we can't have 1 and 3 go down different ways, can we? I don't know if we have enough track to do this, but maybe we do. Something like this? You might be like, where does 3 go from here? I don't really know. I feel like it has to start like this then. Which raises an interesting question of what the heck 2 does. I guess we could go backwards through here. I mean, 2 waiting here with a semaphore pattern is not the craziest thing in the world. Maybe we can get 3 to wait over here for a little bit. Is there any possible way we can slow 3 down just a bit? Just a bit. Oh, so that's why this track is here, so we can't have 3 joining on here. Interesting. So it probably doesn't want us to do anything like that. This probably requires quite a different solution, is my guess. Well, we don't need a lot of track over here in the first place. I wonder if we can time it. What do we need the other semaphore for, is my question. Like, where do we use this at? That's not how you speak. Where do we use this other one? Like, where would it make sense? I guess it would make sense to have free weight for some... Well, ideally we'd have free weight for 2 to come along before it starts going, but that's not very doable without 2 having the same route that 1 takes, which... Again, in this one, like, it feels... There's a decent amount of forced moves I suppose we can work with. Is that a forced move? That might not necessarily be a forced move. This has to be forced. Maybe this could be a bait? What if we had 1 grab this, turn around, and go back up this way, and 3 is just... Oh, we can't make 3 weight there though. I was like, if 3 was move back 1, that might actually be possible. Alas, it's not. But I was like, why don't we have 3 weight here? And then 2 will... I don't know, to be perfectly honest. I guess 2 goes like this. Be 1, 2... No, 1 will take way too long like that, and nothing hits a button. It does feel like we want 3 to wait, but I don't know necessarily where 3 waits. My instinct is actually telling me this level is a lot simpler than I'm giving it credit for. It's just like, it feels a little bit tricksy somehow, but it's not actually. Here I am basically trying to think of like a super weird tricksy solution where number 1 goes in a completely different direction or something like that, but the more I look at this, the less I'm convinced by it. So this concept is interesting. If we could have 1 go through first. I'm not quite sure how this works out, to be honest. Because we can't have free weight anywhere. So I can't imagine 1 turns up over here. The only other alternative is 1 comes all the way down here. But because of this being here, I think it wants to try and dissuade anything which comes down like that, you know? So I feel like I gotta... This is not actually a forced move, but it feels like a forced move, doesn't it? The only alternative is 3 doesn't go this way. 3 instead needs to turn off and enter through this way. But the question is, how does 3 get over here without sharing the same route as 1 or 2 take? Unless they do all share the same route. Like, what if we just somehow organise it so it goes 1, 2, 3, all into here, and then they come back around again like this? Is that even remotely possible? My hunch says no, that's not possible. But nonetheless, it's an interesting concept. We can have something like this. It doesn't really do anything, but it's evocative of what, you might ask? Of nothing, really. You think we can do something like this? Is there a way for us to get 3 to wait for 2? I just need Free to wait for like 1 second more. That is literally it. With some arrangement of things, Free needs to wait for 1 second more. Either that or one needs to take a second longer. Now that's an interesting concept. One which we can't really do with his fence. No, it's not one needs to take a second longer. It really is just Free just needs to chill out. There's not a lot of track to work with, eh? I feel like it's just going to be such a similar looking solution to what we have. I don't think there's a trick to this level. Like, everything about this level is screaming to me. It's actually just like an interesting interaction, which I've not considered. It does not scream to me, I need to completely reinvent this level and do it a different way. But I'm also sort of conscious of the fact that I have been trying the same form of solution for the past 10 or so minutes, which is not very good. It's not conducive to like experimental trials. But the problem I'm having right now is not so much that I'm like, oh, I'm stubborn, I'm being like, I think this must be the only way. It's just, I literally can't even conceive of a different idea which could feasibly work, apart from a structure similar to this. Because the only option for Free is to turn up or turn down. It can't turn, well, it could turn down actually with a semaphore, could it? But why would we want to delay Free like that? It just immediately crashes again. So it kind of makes sense for Free to turn up, in my mind. But what's the point of this? Is it just to give Free enough time? How can we make Free wait for 2 and only 2? Maybe we can't. Maybe that's just a lost cause. We need you to wait, Free. We just need you to wait just 1 second more. But how can we get you to wait 1 second more? It'd be nice if we can somehow make it that Free waits on 2's track rather than 1's track, but I can't see a way of doing that. There's not like a good... But there's like an invisible boundary here, which means that 2 kind of has to stay on this side, right? I wonder if we can do something with this. You might be like, what could you possibly do with that? And I honestly don't have any feasible idea for you. It just sort of is evocative. But it's evocative of nothing because it's not working. I wonder if we have to have some sort of dodging arrangement here. I don't know what we'd want to have dodge anything else necessarily though. It's like we'd want number 2 to go down this path and number 1 to go up the upper path, but that's not exactly something which we can do. It feels so tantalizingly close, right? We just need 1 more delay. How can we not get in 1 more delay somewhere? Remember, if we have 2 going this way, 1 and 2 will share a path no matter what towards the end, so we can't actually separate them in any case because we don't have a switch or like a switch track or anything like that. We've only got this. It's difficult to work with. It is difficult to work with. I don't know. I think at next episode I'm going to try and consider approaching this from a different angle. The thing is, I need to find a different angle first. So I'm going to have a little think, I think, in between whether... I don't know, I might just immediately start recording the next one. Because this one doesn't feel like it should be that hard. Not like the other one. Like, some levels you look at them, and you just get the vibe, you're like, this is going to be a hard level. But this one I don't get the impression it should be hard. I think part of the reason is because it's 9/11 aim, there's a 9/11 beat, right? So... it feels like there should be a way to iterate upon this to make it even more difficult. I'm not sure what I'm missing though yet. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this episode off here for now. Well, I don't know, I'll have a think whether I'll think or if I'll just start recording. But if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing, it's not Animal Crossing, it's been Railbound, and I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.